Hello. Thank you for your time and giving an interview right now. Please tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is James Glickenhaus, and my passion is motorsports, and we're here racing the 24 hours from Nürburgring with P45 Competizione, and this year we're using KUBE green energy to extend the speed and the endurance of the car and also the fuel consumption, because I really think that in the future this is something that all of us are going to have to deal with.
Right. So, and besides motorcycling, what is where do you come from? What is your background? Because the interview is regarding the person and motorsports.
Yeah, my background is that I wrote and directed motion pictures for about 20 years. I wrote and directed The Exterminator, The Soldier, The Protector, The Bane, Blue Jean Cop, Shakedown, Time Master, Slaughter of the Innocents, a whole number of films. I produced films like Basket Case 2 and a lot of action adventure films. And my family has always been involved in finance and Wall Street, and we run a company in New York where we also run the Glickenhaus Foundation. It's a family foundation where we give money to thousands of groups all over the world in various things.
Okay, great. Please tell us, how did you get into the motor race business or passion? Like, what was the first contact? And
yeah, for me it's not a business. This is simply a passion and something I've always loved cars since I was a little boy. I was very lucky to meet some of the great Ferrari guys like Mr. Canetti, and when I was able to make some money I started collecting cars. My passion was sort of the era of 1967 Le Mans cars. I have a Ford Mark IV that finished fourth at Le Mans. I have a P34 0846 which won the 24 Hours of Daytona, and then Andrea Pininfarina approached me and asked me if I would commission a one-off car, and I commissioned Ferrari P45 by Pininfarina on an Enzo. We made a one-off car, and then Paolo Godella, who was head of that program, said, you know, what about racing? And we thought about it, and that's how we made P45 Competizione.
Well, impressive. My next question is what is the most amazing experience you have so far with racing, motorsports in this area?
Well, for me, it's the journey. A lot of people worry about the destination and what will happen when you get there. I never look at where we're going and what may happen. I mean,
no. What the question is if you think in the past, what is your most amazing moment, with emotions or with happiness or in regards of motorsports?
I think just being at the 24 Hours of Nürburgring as a private person competing with the huge German factories of Porsche, Mercedes, and Audi, and doing reasonably well. I mean, I think that makes me very happy and is an amazing experience. And that my family is involved, that our team is Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus, my wife, my children and I, and that gives me great pleasure.
Great. What is your result at the moment? What is your place?
We're 14th overall, which is amazing. We're first in class, and also we're part of an FIA World Championship for alternate energy cars, and we're the only car here competing at the Nürburgring with KUBE. So if we finish, we may win that too.
Thumbs up.
Thank you.
And my next question is what is your dream? What is your dream if you think about racing and the way you're going at the moment? I know you will say I don't have a destination, but what is okay, I think it's ideal what it is that, but is there any dream?
My dream is just, I know that I'm very lucky. I have a great life, a great family, I enjoy it, and my dream is just to have as much time to continue doing what I love doing.
And in regards of racing?
We'll have to see. The problem is that for a private person to compete against the giant factories is very difficult. And we have no sponsors. It's all a private effort funded by myself. And at a certain point, we would need so so much money to go the next step, to move from, last year we were 40th overall, 39th overall because BMW dropped one car out. This year, so far, we're 14th overall. But to go the next step would be very difficult without a sponsor, and so I'll have to see.
So do you like more like to achieve it on your own, or do you like to have more like a corporation, like together with a sponsor to achieve the next level?
Well, I like to do it on our own, but I would hope that there's some sponsor that we could get a lot of publicity for. We have millions of people who follow us on Facebook, and who knows, maybe...
Millions?
Yeah, millions. We have YouTubes that we put up that 10 million people have watched.
Wow.
So,
impressive.
I think people like us and they think we're a fun team.
Yes.
So who knows?
And what is your ideal sponsor? Like in the background, is there like just money, or is it like kind of background, or do you have some company, some brand in mind? Like you can just sell it now, maybe somebody sees it.
Well, here's the thing. I think the reason the fans love the car is because it's the carbon fiber black and it looks like a little bit of an outlaw. So I would want to find a sponsor that was simpatico with that theme, and of course we would put their name on it and they'd get great exposure, but they wouldn't change it and make it look like a can of soda pop or something.
I see. So, okay, I gotcha. Next question is, as you said, the Nürburgring is very special. It's 3 different classes: beginners, advanced drivers, strong cars, lower cars. So there is kind of like a competition and a kind of danger. So what do you think about this situation? Are there any fears, danger? What are your thoughts about that?
I think the 24 Hours of Nürburgring is probably the toughest endurance race in the world today, except maybe for Paris-Dakar or the Baja 1000. It takes an incredible amount of engineering. The course is difficult. There are bounces and jumps, and a lot of stress is put on the car. You have cars that are very fast, cars that are slow, you have professional drivers, amateurs. But the thing about the ring is that for the average person who doesn't really know the details that we race on the Nordschleife and the Grand Prix course, to them the ring time is very important when they compare cars. And so yesterday during qualifying we set up telemetry on the Nordschleife, and we set the all-time record for a Ferrari-powered car in the Nordschleife. We did a 6:51 on the Nordschleife, which was faster than the Ferrari factory did with their 599 FX. So we're very happy with it. We love this.
Okay. Earlier before we talked about that there are teams involved which are like from the manufacturers like Volkswagen, Audi and others. The spirit from the beginning of the 24-hour race was the 1,000-hour race before. Like, then
1,000 kilometers.
1,000 kilometers. And now it's changed a little bit. So some people think it's great because more media attention. Others say like the competition is not that fair. So what do you think about that development regarding like how the Nürburgring changed in the past years and what it is like right now?
A lot of things change over time, but to me, when you see that there are 250,000 fans, and you see that there are the huge teams and the small private teams, and then people like me who fall into the middle of well-funded private teams, I think it's great. I think it works, and it's very tough, and just finishing here is an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, great. My last question for the interview is like, what are you doing in regards of social work, social commitment?
We have a huge social commitment. The Glickenhaus Foundation has given away tens of millions of dollars over the years to many groups throughout the world, Doctors Without Borders, Planned Parenthood. We funded the law case that bankrupted the Ku Klux Klan in the United States. We give to universities, to schools. We do work in health and women's health, and just trying to make the world a better place. So that's a very important part of what we do.
One last question. Like you said, you're from the US, right?
Yes, New York.
New York. But your parents or the parents of your parents, like what is your origin?
My parents were born in the United States, and their parents were born in Russia.
Okay, thank you. Because I just had the idea because Ferrari, Italy, so it just was a curious question. So, a question.
Well, I think the thing about New York is that wherever you're from in the world, there's a part of you there. And there are millions of Italians, and I've always loved Italy and the design and the people of Italy.
Right.
So I feel a special kinship.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Real pleasure.
Should that work okay?